What is going on, world? What's up, everyone? It's Zero here. Today I'm bringing you guys a brand new Starcraft 2 video. This one was played at Blizzcon, which is the global finals of Starcraft 2. Spawning here in the bottom right-hand corner of Acid Plant Ellie, playing with the blue Protoss pieces. He's known as one of the best Protoss players out there in Starcraft 2. His name is Zest. And his opponent spawning in the top left-hand corner of the map, playing with the red Zerg pieces. He's known as the best player currently on the planet. His name is Serral. So, guys and girls, I am excited about this series and this game in particular, which was played at BlizzCon, of course, which is the global finals of StarCraft 2, as I said. And, you know, one thing that's exciting about you know, this matchup is that this is early on in BlizzCon. So we're talking the group stages of the tournament. So you got the group stages where everyone is kind of playing against each other, and then the top players in each group move on to the bracket, which is the playoffs, trying to work their way to the end. But this was played in Group B of BlizzCon, and Serral and Zest, guys, I mean, these guys don't really need much introduction whatsoever. Serral, of course, is the best player currently on the planet, winning numerous amounts of tournaments. He is just this guy is just so good. I think that really what his strength is his defense is just absolutely incredible. The best defensive StarCraft 2 player in the world, possibly the best StarCraft 2 defender I've ever seen play, period. He is just incredible. But it does look like, guys, Serral's going for that hatch gas pool opener, and then of course we have Zest on the opposite side going for the gateway into the cybernetics core and then into the natural nexus. Zest, guys, is a very good Protoss player, and I've been so impressed when I've casted games of Zest in the past. I have really seen so much progress over time in his Protoss play. He is absolutely incredible. I'm excited to see how he does going up against a player of the likes of Serral, you know, the best player in the world. What do you do against this, you know, that caliber of a player if you are Zest? Do you just play your game, or do you kind of do a little bit more of some, you know, cheese? We'll have to see here. It does look like Zest is going to go for that warp gate research, as Serral is going for the Zergling speed upgrade at this current point in the game here. But it's relatively standard on both sides of the map, at least. One thing to keep note of is the Stargate came out for Zest, so we're kind of seeing his tech of choice relatively early on in the game here. Looks like Serral's going to go for that quick third hatchery, trying to go ahead and get a quick economy going, to get his economy booming so that he can just reinforce and continue aggression with a massive army. Beautiful scout here. We'll see that the Stargate is out. We are going to see oracles coming out now of that Stargate currently. Does look like Serral is going to get more and more queens out at this point, so that's relatively standard as well. Serral loves to have lots of queens for you know, that stellar defense when you're going up against you know, oracle play or whatever the case might be. Another gateway is going to be going up here, trying to get that wall off going here. Another oracle is going to be coming across the map as well. Actually, this oracle is staying at home, at least for the time being. It does look like there is at least one spore crawler that Serral has put down at this point in the game here. That oracle looks like it's just planning on, for the time being, it's kind of staying at home. So I'm not sure if Zest is planning on getting a little bit aggressive. That warp gate is almost finished researching, but we look like we're kind of setting ourselves up here, guys, for a standard macro focused game between these two players, and I love it. We've got a couple of oracles that are coming across the map now, and it does look like that lair's going to be coming out here for Serral, and it does look like those oracles are going to try to go after are going to try to start going after some of these units here. Now, it does look like Serral did get one of those oracles. That was a beautiful pickup there by Serral. He is going to continue trying to shoot away at those that second oracle. Very nice pickup there by Serral getting that Oracle. Doesn't seem like much, but when you're talking the highest level of play, it is an absolute massive deal. Now, we are going to see Templar Archives coming up here as well, as that Twilight Council is now researching charge for those Zealots. And we are going to see the robotics facility and more gateways coming up here for our Protoss player. Evolution Chamber is going to be going down here. Glial Reconstitution is being researched for Serral. He's going to get more and more roaches out now as well. Feeling really good about that ground-based unit composition that Serral is so good at. High Templar are now out. They are going to start making, they're going to combine forces to create some Archons. So, does look like both players, they're giving each other a lot of respect, at least at this point in the game here. We are going to see Serral did of course get, you know, that scouting information, and it does look like those Archons are going to try to do a little bit of some damage here, a little bit of some pickup micro, and that War Prism is going to move away now at this point in the game. So it does look like there is going to be a Forge coming up here, as well as a second robotics facility. So the Forge probably going to get those +1/+1 upgrades for the ground-based units, most likely. Looks like a Spire is coming up here for Serral. I love that decision. The Spire play is going to be a very interesting transition here for Serral. I actually really like that decision. And some of this creep spread is starting to move out. Serral's very good at moving the creep spread. Serral, guys, if you can't tell, is just pretty much an overall, just very well-rounded StarCraft 2 player all together. I mean, he is just incredible at all phases of the game when it comes to StarCraft 2. And it does look like a little bit some pickup micro there. This fourth hatchery is now going down here for Serral. And it looks like, you know, like I said, really both players giving each other a lot of respect right now. Storm is being researched as well. You know, Storm's being researched out of the Templar Archives, and then +1 is going to be researched out of that Forge for Zest. The question is who's really going to take the engagement to the other? That's the big question here. Both these players are kind of just seeing if they can find somewhat of an angle at one point or another against each other. There's a couple of photon cannons going up here inside of that third base location. And it's hard to tell who's really got the advantage right now. Looks like that Hydra Den did go down. Looks like we're also going to be seeing the Lurker Den going down as well. So, you know, lots of Hydras coming out. The Hydra upgrades are being started in the Hydralisk Den. So Serral is kind of showing us what he is planning on doing, getting a lot of Hydras, and I like that decision a lot as well. Getting those Hydras out. We are going to see the Overlord speed upgrade coming in, which is one of my favorite upgrades actually when I'm playing with the Zerg pieces. That is a very good upgrade, I believe, that all Zerg players should get at some point in the game, because it's so good for finding out exactly what your opponent's doing throughout the game. Does look like there's a little bit of some aggression here in the middle of the map. Nothing too crazy as of yet. Does look like those some storms did go down. No, oh my! Those roaches are going to try to jump on those High Templar. They are not able to get the correct connection there. That was very good micro there by Zest, not losing those High Templar. That would have been a massive loss for him. So beautiful play. More and more photon cannons coming up. Very interesting decision here by Zest. He really wants to have a really stellar defense against this this third base location. It looks like he is planning on getting that fourth base up and running at one point or another here. Does look like it's probably going to be sooner than later, though. And it does look like there are some Phoenixes out on the map now, and those Phoenixes are going to try to get some quick kills on some of these Roaches here. So, Roach, Ling, Hydra composition with a bunch of Lurkers, and my god, we're talking a lot of Lurkers here. There is a number of Lurkers here that are going to create some serious problems, I think, for our Protoss player if he does not get into position here. This could be absolutely terrifying. The Revelation does come down, and beautiful storms here do go down on a lot of these units. Absolutely huge connections here by Zest, He is playing this very, very well, at least at this point in the game so far. It does look like Serral, at least at this point, is going to be pushed back here. Beautiful play here so far by Zest, absolutely shutting down this army right now. And with those Archons as well as those Immortals and then some of those Zealots as well. Another Warpin is going to be coming in here. More and more Zealots are going to be here for battle. There are still more and more of these Lurkers that are giving so much value to our Zerg player, though. And all in all, though, Serral is pushed back, at least at this point in the game. 5th base is going to be started here by Serral. 4th Nexus going down for Zest. So both these players, I mean, as we pass that 10, you know, going on that 11-minute mark here, it should get very interesting really quickly. Now, we are going to see some Dropper Lords, and I like this decision. This is something that Serral does like to use quite a bit. Some of those Zerglings trying to nibble away at a lot of these units. We are going to see, though, you know, these Dropper Lords are going to be coming in here, and they are going to be, looks like they're going to be picking up a bunch of Zerglings, or probably Hydras, right? Most likely a bunch of Hydralisks. So those Hydras are going to get picked up, as well as some Zerglings. And I wonder where he's going to try to hit this army. Now, it does look like these Zealots may very well find out about this. I think they are going to see it. Did they? Oh, wow. This is going to be a massive engagement if Zest does not know about this. Okay, it does look like he does. He's got some of those Zealots that are coming into the main base location, but this is a massive drop here, and there's a lot of Zealots that are coming across the map here, but they're going to be met by a lot of units here. It does look like they are dropping off now in that main base location. These Zealots are all trying to do as much damage as possible, but a lot of units are now in the main base location of the Protoss, and it looks like he is going to have free range of the Templar, of the Twilight Council and the Templar Archives. This could be absolutely devastating if our Zerg player cannot really hold on to this. Absolutely huge hits there with the Storms. Beautiful play there, and Serral is now absolutely everywhere. He is completely hitting him from multiple angles at once here, taking out numerous amounts of huge tech structures against his opponent. And slowly but surely, what Serral does so well is bleed his opponent dry. And that's exactly what he's doing right now. He is slowly but surely going to start really hurting his opponent here. And, you know, that 4th base does go down. Mothership is out, so that Mothership is going to be really, you know, of course, good to have with all these Immortals. Ground Weapons level 3 is just finishing up for the Protoss player. There is another drop coming now. This War Prism, though, is going to see that this drop is coming. So he does know that the drop is coming here. And it does look like our Zerg player is going to, you know, see this. Now, it does look like Serral is going to see that that Mothership is out now. So, the question is, what is the transition here? Does look like a Greater Spire is going to be started here. And the +1 for the air units for the Zerg player is going to start going down as well now. Lots and lots of photon cannons here are going to be at that 3rd base location here. And it does look like a lot of Hydras are going to be right here at the front doorstep, but it does look like he might very well be shut down, at least at this point in the game, for that push. Once again, going after that 4th base location, getting you know, the cancel there on that 4th base. Beautiful play here so far by Serral, who's just getting more and more bases up. He is, I mean, on his 6th base now. Serral is just slowly trying to take over here against his opponent. This is exactly what Serral does so well, and it becomes absolutely terrifying to have to deal with. You have a bunch of Brood Lords coming out now. 7 of them in total. Hydras, Lurkers, because this is mainly a ground-based unit composition. These Brood Lords, I don't think, have been scouted at all. And this is probably going to be a huge transition here for Serral. And Zest, I don't know if I'm not sure if he's going to be ready for this. This is about to be a scary unit composition for Serral. He is about to, you know, those flyer attacks level 1 is just finishing up now for Serral. And the longer this game goes, I don't know how long our Protoss player is going to be able to hold on here, because this is going to be a very scary unit composition to deal with. Revelation does go down, and it does look like our Protoss player knows about this, that the Broodlords are here. And it does look like he's going to have free range of a lot of these units. So many Broodlords. And it does look like they're going to start trying to move in here. There is not much that the Terran player, or I'm sorry, the Protoss player can really do at this point in the game. There's just so many units here, and once again, a lot of those dropper lords are going to be trying to drop into the main base location. This is making our Protoss player have to split up his army composition. Tempests are coming out here, but I don't know if it's going to be enough right now. Is this going to be enough for our Protoss player? You know, he's starting to get those Tempests out. He's got that fourth base now. He's starting to get it up and running here. But I don't know if I really like this decision by our Protoss player moving heavily onto creep here. There is just so many lurkers here doing so much damage to all of these immortals here. And just like that, I don't know if can our Protoss player hold on. How much longer can he hold on right now against this massive force here of Serral? He's definitely not out of this thing just yet, but huge pickups there by those Zerglings. And Serral right now is just everywhere, going right after that mothership. This would be a massive pickup for Serral if he were able to get that mothership. It looks like the mothership is going down so quickly. And just like that, the Tempests are now out, but there's a lot of Corruptors going right after those Tempests. GG is called, and Serral wins this game against his opponent, taking a 1-0 lead over Zest. I hope you guys did enjoy this game between Serral and Zest, and if you guys did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, stay positive, and as always, I will see you guys all in the next one. Peace.